Welcome to my channel. Before I begin, hit that like and subscribe button because this is where the real ride, the fakes hide, and the truth stays alive. Let's lock in because it's about to get heavy. We got too many people online talking down on our own culture. Too many microphones pointed inward like weapons. Too many comments. Too many live streams. Too many posts built on tearing down instead of building up. And the crazy part, the ones doing it the most are our own people. That's the part that is sad. It's one thing when outsiders don't understand us. It's one thing when someone who's never lived our experiences tried to define us. But when it's us, when it's people who grew up in similar neighborhoods, heard the same music, ate the same food, understood the same struggles, that hits different. And I'm not talking about not exposing predators. I'm not talking about protecting weirdos. If somebody is harming women, harming kids, manipulating people, stealing from the community, expose that. That's accountability. That's protection. That's necessary. I'm talking about solid individuals attacking other solid individuals. I'm talking about creators tearing down creators, entrepreneurs hating on entrepreneurs, artists mocking artists, street dudes belittling other street dudes, business owners clowning other business owners. We have so much talent across the board, it's ridiculous. We got thinkers, we got builders, we got visionaries, we got hustlers, we got creatives, we got leaders, but we hinder ourselves. We get uncomfortable when somebody from our culture levels up. We get suspicious when somebody starts moving different. We question their authenticity the moment they expand. Why? Because we've been conditioned to believe there's only room for one. That mindset is killing us. Somebody wins, and instead of saying, that's possible for me too, we say, let me find out what's wrong with him. Somebody builds a platform, and instead of collaborating, we could critique. Somebody grows financially, and instead of studying their blueprint, we attack their character. We got to ask ourselves, what does that really do for us? Does it build schools? Does it build businesses? Does it build generational wealth? Does it build stronger families? No. It builds division, and division is easy. Unity takes discipline. Elevation takes discipline. It's easy to get online and talk crazy. It's easy to sit behind a screen and analyze another man's life. It's easy to dissect somebody's every move, but it's hard to build. It's hard to sacrifice. It's hard to take risk. It's hard to get uncomfortable. And that's what we need. It's time to break out the box. That box we were told to stay in. That box that says, stay in your lane. That box that says, don't grow too much. That box that says, don't outshine the block. Forget that. If you're from the north, the south, the east, the west, it doesn't matter. We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to dress the same. We don't have to move the same. But we do have to respect the growth. We can compete without tearing each other down. We can disagree without disrespect. We can critique without character assassination. We are powerful people, historically powerful, creatively powerful, economically powerful when we unify, culturally powerful worldwide. Look at music, look at fashion, look at language, look at trends. The world watches us. But imagine if instead of fighting for scraps of attention, we built empires together. Imagine if instead of gossip channels, we had mentorship channels. Instead of exposing minor flaws, we expose hidden talents. Instead of tearing down rising stars, we sponsored them. What would that look like? It would look like ownership. It would look like influence. it would look like long-term power instead of temporary clout. Because clout fades. Integrity doesn't. You know what's wild? We'll defend strangers harder than we defend our own. We'll protect celebrities we never met, but someone from our own neighborhood levels up and suddenly we got 10 reasons why they fake. That mindset is trauma talking. That mindset is unhealed insecurity. When you truly know your worth, you're not threatened by someone else's shine. Elevation is contagious when you let it be. If one of us breaks through, that should crack the ceiling for the next 10. But instead, we sometimes try to patch that ceiling back up so nobody else gets through. That's backward. It's time to push the line forward. Push it financially. Push it mentally. Push it spiritually. Push it creatively. Get uncomfortable. Uncomfortable means you might lose friends. Uncomfortable means you might outgrow environments. Uncomfortable means people will misunderstand you. But comfort never built greatness. We say we want change, but we protect the same patterns. We say we want unity, but we entertain division. We say we want respect, but we disrespect our own publicly for views. And views don't equal value. Let that sink in. Just because something goes viral doesn't mean it's valuable. Just because negativity spreads doesn't mean it's productive. We got to elevate the mind. When you elevate the mind, you stop feeding nonsense. When you elevate the mind, you stop reacting to every little thing. When you elevate the mind, you become strategic. Strategic people don't waste energy on small battles. They focus on building systems. We need systems. Systems of mentorship, systems of collaboration, systems of economic circulation, systems of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is key because half of the online negativity comes from unprocessed emotions, jealousy, bitterness, regret, fear. And instead of healing, we project. Projection has destroyed more potential partnerships than anything else. You don't have to like everyone. You don't have to agree with everyone. But if someone is solid, if someone is working, if someone is trying to better themselves and the culture, why attack that? That energy could have been used to build your own platform. And I'm not speaking from a place of perfection. We all have moments. We all have ego. We all have pride. But growth is recognizing it and choosing better. Imagine if we shifted the narrative. Imagine if the loudest voices in our culture were promoting discipline, promoting financial literacy, promoting health, promoting therapy, promoting fatherhood, promoting ownership, instead of constant drama. Drama is addictive, but it's also draining. You can't build and brawl at the same time. You can't elevate while constantly defending yourself from your own people. We need to normalize celebrating each other. Not fake love, not forced alliances, but genuine respect. You doing your thing? Respect. I'm doing mine? Respect. We don't have to overlap to uplift. And elevating doesn't mean disrespecting other cultures either. We are better than that. Elevation isn't supremacy. Elevation is maturity. We can grow without stepping on others. We can dominate industries without degrading anyone. We can take over scenes with excellence. Excellence speaks louder than insults. When you walk in excellence, you don't need to announce it. When you move in purpose, you don't need to discredit others. We are powerful beyond what we've been told. But power without unity becomes chaos. Power without unity becomes transformation. Now let me shift into what this elevation will actually do for our people. When we stop tearing each other down, collaboration increases. When collaboration increases, businesses scale. When businesses scale, jobs are created. When jobs are created, families stabilize. When families stabilize, kids grow up seeing structure instead of survival. When kids see structure, they think bigger. This isn't just a motivational talk. This is generational impact. If we elevate the conversation, we elevate the next generation's expectations. Instead of teaching kids how to beef online, we teach them how to build brands. Instead of showing them viral drama, we show them viral success. Instead of glorifying dysfunction, we normalize discipline. That changes everything. Financially, unity multiplies money. When we support each other's businesses intentionally, money circulates within our community longer. Circulation builds strength. Strength builds leverage. Leverage builds ownership. Ownership builds independence. And independence builds confidence. Mentally, elevation reduces internal conflict. Less gossip means less stress. Less envy means less anxiety. Less comparison means more creativity. Spiritually, it aligns us because when your intention is to uplift instead of undermine, your energy changes, and energy matters. You ever notice how powerful a room feels when everyone is aligned? That alignment on a larger scale would be unstoppable. We would influence politics without even trying. We would influence education systems. We would influence media narratives because unified culture is undeniable. Creatively, imagine the art that would come from collaboration instead of competition. Music projects, films, books, podcasts, businesses, movements. We would redefine the narrative ourselves instead of reacting to someone else's version of us. And the biggest impact? Self-respect. When we stop publicly humiliating our own, we restore dignity. And dignity leads to confidence. Confidence leads to courage. Courage leads to innovation. And innovation changes the world. We don't need permission to elevate. We just need discipline. We just need maturity. We just need to stop entertaining what keeps us small. North, south, east, west, that's geography. Elevation is mentality. It's time to outgrow the petty. It's time to outgrow the cliques. It's time to outgrow the need to be the only one shining. There's room. Plenty of room. And if we lock in together, not blindly, not foolishly, but intentionally, we won't just take over scenes, we'll redefine them. We won't just elevate the mind, we'll elevate the standard. And when the standard rises, everybody rises with it. That's power. That's legacy. That's culture evolving in real time. And that's the direction we need to move together. Salute and respect to all. I'm out.